I had told you accounts is divided into four parts: financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting, and taxation. Then I had said financial accounting, which you have been doing since 11th standard. It deals with what? It deals with calculation of net profit of a business. And cost accounting deals with what? It deals with calculation of cost price of a product which a manufacturer produces. Okay. Then taxation deals with calculation of direct and indirect direct and indirect taxes for a business. And what we were doing, management accounting, the definition is it deals with managing funds in an appropriate way. Okay. So this is what we had discussed. Then I had given you the syllabus also. Your first chapter, vertical financial statements. So those who are not there for the last lecture can take screenshot of the same. Your first chapter was vertical financial statements, in which we are going to study comparative common size and trend analysis. Then ratio analysis, your second chapter, in which we will be studying profit and loss ratios, balance sheet ratios, and combined ratios. Yeah, whosoever's it is first lecture, I said this is what I had done a lecture earlier. Is that clear? Okay. Yeah. Okay, Yashika. This is your first lecture, but this is actually second lecture. You missed the first lecture, so I'm just saying whoever missed the first lecture, this is what I had done. Okay. Then we'll be also studying about combined ratios, working capital management, your third chapter, in which we will be studying methods like datas at cost price, datas at selling price, and net working capital and gross working capital. Next, fourth, we will be studying about capital budgeting. Okay, so these are the four probable chapters which you have. Next, I had discussed the paper pattern with you all as per the autonomy syllabus. Your college has gone autonomous since last year. So this will be the second year of autonomy. So as per the autonomous syllabus, your paper pattern is of 60 marks. Okay, external I'm talking. So you will be having 4 questions in the question paper. A or B, A or B, A or B, A or B, respectively, 15 marks each. Okay. And obviously, you cannot leave any chapter in option, because if question number 1A is from vertical financial statements, then question number 1B will also from the same chapter. Question number 2, if it is from ratios, then question number 2B option will also be from ratios. Okay. So this is what we had discussed. Fine. And then I had told you all, what do you mean by managing funds? So managing funds implies what? It implies, what do you mean by managing funds? It means collecting funds and applying the funds. Okay. What do you mean by collecting funds? Means collecting money. Okay. So how do you collect money? So we collect money through issue of shares. We collect money through capital, and we collect money by taking loan or bank loan or debentures loan or any financial institution loan. Okay. Then application of funds means what? The money which we have collected from shares, from capital, from loan, from debentures. So where do we invest this money? So we invest this money in purchase of fixed assets, investments, long-term investments, and working capital. What is working capital? Working capital is the cash money which we need for our day-to-day expenses. Okay. Say for example, I need cash to run my day-to-day activities of the business. If my business is a big business, and if I say, in my, I have an FDs, I have my business investments. Okay. See, I'll give an example. Is the screen share visible? First, acknowledge that. Is it visible? Acknowledge it in the chat box. Okay. If I ask anything, it has to be acknowledged in the chat box. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Surbi and Bukul. Yeah. So, say for example, I tell you I have an investments of 5 crores. Okay. But daily expenses, okay, daily expenses of my business. What would be daily expenses of my business? Printing and stationery cost, telephone expenses, light bill, okay, paying wages, purchase of raw material, correct? Yeah, okay. So all these things, I have 5 crores in my business. I have invested 5 crores. But if I don't have money to pay all these expenses, then what is the use of doing business? समझ में आ रहा है? तो बिजनेस चलाने के लिए रोकड़ा रोकड़ा कैश होना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि दैट कैश विल हेल्प यू टू पे ऑफ these things. It's of no use if you're keeping 5 crores as investments or in bank accounts and you don't have money for working capital. Now you understood what is working capital? So the day-to-day activities of the business which needs daily cash, okay, that is called as working capital. Like for example, your mother, your father must be earning great. Say for example, his salary say around 1 lakh a month. But what if he does not give mummy the appropriate amount to run the house? Then what is the use of that money what he is earning? Okay, so to run the house, daily expenses of the house like purchase of what do you call the vegetables, okay, like filling up the ration, like filling up the dal, okay, rice, all these things, filling up what do you call the necessary requirements for the home, like daily expenses. Then what do we have? We have vegetable expense, we have milk expenses, okay, traveling expenses nowadays. So there are no traveling expense, but earlier there used to be traveling expenses also. Like you go to college daily, so you don't go free of cost, right? You need to hire a rickshaw or a bus or you come by train. So you, all these traveling expenses, ये रोज घर चलाने के लिए जो मम्मी को cash चाहिए, that is called as working capital. Okay, so the working capital of a business has to be very smooth flowing so that these activities are paid off on a daily basis or a monthly basis or a yearly basis. Am I clear about this? Acknowledge it in the chat box. Okay, so acknowledge it in the chat box. Okay, fine. Okay, great. Yeah, thank you, students, for acknowledging. Next, next one. Okay, so this is done. Understood? So, what is management accounting? Management accounting speaks about collection of funds and application of the funds at the right places. Okay. So, ये सब answers आप लोग ने मुझे दिए थे. I had asked you from where do you get money into business. So, you all only gave this example. कि some students said, ma'am, shares के through by issue of shares. Some said it through capital, our own capital. Some said that through bank loan we can get money into business, through debenture loan we can get money into business. Okay, and then application of funds. So these are the places where this money is invested: by purchasing fixed assets for the business, by investing investments, long-term investments of the business, and by creating working capital for day-to-day activities of the business. Okay, clear till here to everyone, right? Now, I had also discussed with you this. I had said whatever is the definition, I will put it into a statement. ठीक है, हमने जो भी definition पढ़ा उसको अभी मैंने देखो statement में डाल दिया, समझा? So this is how a statement is derived from the meaning itself. The statement is made. Okay, so you don't have to mug up anything. आपको कुछ भी चीज रट्टा नहीं मारना. You just logically remember the meaning. Automatically the statement will follow. Okay, so I said collecting funds is known as sources of funds in management accounting. Okay, so we will not use the word collecting funds. We will use a better terminology as per the subject, and that terminology is sources of funds. Clear? Okay, so under sources of funds, what do we have? We have share capital, issue of shares. We have our own capital, capital brought in by the owner, and then we have loan funds, debentures, and all that. Okay, then application of funds. It is fixed assets, investments, and working capital, and we should take the total of it. Total A, total B. Okay, and this total, I said it has to tally. Why it has to tally? Because in 11th standard we had studied a formula: asset is equal to liability. Clear, everyone? So my sources of funds is my liability, and my application of funds is my asset. Okay, so now you understood this formula, why this formula, how it is justified. We had studied this in 11th standard, even I had studied, but तभी ये formula समझ में नहीं आता था. Obviously that time we were too young to understand the formula. So now did you understand the formula? Why the formula is asset equal to liability? Because it is sources of funds equating to application of funds. Okay, am I clear till here? Acknowledge it in the chat box, then I will move on further with the next concept. Okay, fine, great, yeah, thank you, students. Okay. Now let us see the detailed format of this. Okay, ये तो मैंने आपको बहुत short में बताया ये format. Now you have to study the same format in a very what do you call, in a detailed way. You have to study the format in a detailed way, because this is only our sum solving. We are going to solve sum in this way, the way I have given you the statement. Okay, now let us see, as per management accounting, how are we going to do it. So I want everyone open your books and you are going to write it down. Okay, because even though your lecture started late, Tejas Dalvi, why are you writing your roll number in the chat box? Did I tell you to do that? Unless and until I don't instruct anything to be written on the chat box, nobody is going to write that, or else I'll remove you from the meeting. Things which are very straight from my end, follow it. Chat box may you will write only when I tell you to write. If I tell you you have understood, yes, no, that you will write. If you have a doubt, that you will write. When I tell you to write your roll numbers, that time you will write. Last 10 minutes mein. Okay, so note down the points which I am giving, because this will help us for sum solving. Okay, so start. So see, just understand, today I am going to teach you this format, but we will do it in detail, in depth. So start. Vertical, okay, before this I'll tell you one thing. Wait, students, wait. Before this I'll tell you one thing. Let us understand. What is the name of our chapter? Financial statements. Let me teach you this first, then we will go to the detailed format. Okay, financial statements. Okay, now what are these financial statements? Financial statements include manufacturing account. Okay, this you must have done in F5 Econ, manufacturing account of sole proprietors. Then it has P&L account. Manufacturing and trading you can club. Okay, then we have balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet, right? Now, like around, you know how much, 10 years back, 10 years back, 10 years back, we used to follow, matlab in India, no, it's not a working note, Prateek. I am just explaining you why vertical financial statements. How did it come in India? Okay, yeah. So our chapter name is what? Vertical financial statements. Okay. So first I'm telling you what are financial statements. Okay. Now earlier in India, what used to happen is, if I want to make a manufacturing account, I know it is like a ledger, particulars amount column, debit side, credit side. Same way trading. Particulars amount column, debit side, credit side. P&L, same. Particulars amount column, debit side, credit side. And for balance sheet, liabilities, amount column, assets, amount column, and then this has to tally. Correct? Everybody agrees to this. This is what we are learning since FIJC, and this is what this was the format which was followed in India a decade back. Okay, but now this format is not followed. Okay. Yeah, Prashant, capital account is not mandatory. You can directly take it into balance sheet also. So financial statements may capital account doesn't come. Financial statements include these things: manufacturing account, trading account, P&L account, and balance sheet. That's it. Okay, I am talking 10 years back. Okay, yeah. So now what happened then later, as you all know nowadays, in companies, along with chartered accountants, MBAs also work. Along with chartered accountants, engineers also work. And these MBAs and engineers, they come from which background? Science background. Okay. So now science background, people don't know what is debit credit. They don't know the golden rules of accounting. Okay. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out, debit the, what do you call, expenses, credit the incomes. They don't know these golden rules. But still, even a commerce graduate does MBA, even a science graduate does MBA, even an engineering student does MBA. Okay. So what is the point in common? Okay. So now an MBA from science background will never understand these things. Obviously, he will never understand. That's the reason now financial statements in India are converted. Okay, they are now converted as vertical financial statements. Now, what do you mean by vertical financial statements? Now, no more in India these things are followed. These ledgers are not followed. They have become a past. Okay, why? Because now this is all managed and handled by Tally software. Correct? Now, no more in India this is followed. Now, what happens in India is things like this. जैसे मैंने आपको ये बताया, ठीक है? मैंने आपको ये explain किया. अभी ये चीज अगर कोई साइंस वाला स्टूडेंट भी अगर इस क्लासरूम में बैठेगा, like you know, Mumbai University allows people who have done 11th-12th in science to take up commerce. Okay, I hope you all know this. Okay, people who have done 11th-12th science can also take up CA, can also take up CS, can also take up ICWA. Okay, it is allowed. So if I show this format to a science graduate or to an engineering student, will he not understand it easily? Rather than showing him the balance sheet, उसको बैलेंस शीट ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आएगा कि उसको ये ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आएगा? करेक्ट, उसको ये इक्वेशन ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आएगा, राइट? A equal to L, and how A equal to L, he will understand this. Are you understanding whatever I'm saying? Acknowledge it in the chat box. Do you agree? A science graduate, don't think from your point of view. You all are commerce background students. Just think a science background and an engineering background, and who wants to do MBA in future or wants to do CA in future. Obviously, they are eligible. They are eligible. They can do. But do you think this statement will be more easy for them to understand rather than understanding a ledger? Okay, rather than understanding a balance sheet, this is easier for them. Okay, so this is known as vertical financial statement. Matlab, the T format. T format means, what is a T format? This is called as a T format. T ledger is called as a T format. Is now converted into a H format. H format matlab horizontal format. What are we going to study is the horizontal. Okay, vertical financial statements. So the T format is the old format, and sorry, the vertical financial statements are the new formats. ये old format है, old. और ये new format है. ठीक है? तो अभी देखो. ठीक है? I'll show you the difference. So this is the old one, so I'll delete it obviously because we don't want that. Now no more we are going to study the old formats. Even for you guys, you will be studying the new formats in financial accounting also. Not this year, next year I'm talking. This year though you will study the old format only because you have chapters like admission, retirement of partnership firm, dissolution, all that chapters you have. So that is still as per the old format in India. But when you learn company final accounts, when you learn about companies, that time you will have to understand the vertical format. Okay. So now see what I am writing and you can take a note of it. Okay. जो चीज मैं बोल रही हूँ नोट डाउन करने को वो नोट डाउन करो. Okay. So write down. Vertical financial statements. Vertical financial statements. Okay. So what comes under vertical financial statements? First, a vertical revenue statement. Okay. Vertical revenue statement means profit and loss account as per the old format. I repeat, vertical revenue statement means profit and loss account as per the old format. Okay. Next, second, vertical balance sheet. I don't have to tell you the meaning of balance sheet, right? Now we will study the new format, okay? Not the old one. Old you forget the old format now. Now we'll be studying in this subject the new format. Okay? Then third, cash flow statement. So we no longer have cash bank, okay? Cash book. We don't no longer have that. That is in the old format. Now instead of cash book, we have cash flow statement, which talks about incoming cash and outgoing cash for business purpose. Okay. Then we have fund flow statement. All this you will study by the time you come in TY. Or you do your CA or you do your masters or you do MBA. All this you will study. And fifth one is, this is new, notes to accounts. So this is known as vertical financial statement. Make a note of it. Okay, is it clear till here? Shant, next lecture I'll tell that, okay? Which books you have to refer, right? Yeah. Okay, last 10 minutes are there. Now start giving your attendance in the chat box. Okay. And Vipul, for today, just make a note of it, right? You want, you can take the screenshot, Vipul, for the number of participants, or you take it from the chat box. Okay. So for this semester, you will be learning this first two, first one and the second one. This one. Rest 3, 4, 5 in other semesters. And now, so this part, this one, vertical balance sheet. This is reflected here. Okay, this is a vertical balance sheet. How do you have to remember this? How do you have to remember this? Yeah. For remembering this, you have to remember this equation. A equal to 1. Okay. What is the logic behind sources of funds and application of funds? This is the logic. Management account deals with managing funds in an appropriate way. Managing funds means collecting funds and application of funds. Okay. Okay. So I'm supposed to start with this vertical balance sheet. Now start. Now come to this one. Vertical balance sheet as on dash. Forget your old balance sheet now, okay? Particulars column, start writing. Just a minute, I'll zoom in. Just give me a second. Now start. Vertical balance sheet. start with sources of funds. Okay, just write it the way I have written, okay? So just see what do we have in sources of funds? These three things. Okay, so write it here. But in a detailed way. First, proprietors fund or owners fund. Okay. In that you have your share capital, equity share capital, and preference share capital. At forfeited shares. I did this way only. 1, 2, give the numbering the way I have given. So there's a reason behind it. Next lecture I'll tell you when we are going to start with sums. Now that time I will relate. Why did I give you 1, 2, 3? Why am I telling you to write that? Okay. Then add reserves and surpluses. That is your profits. Credit balance. And subtract your losses. Debit balance. Okay. If there is any profit, we will add it to capital. And if there is any losses, we will subtract it from that. Okay. So that will come under the heading reserves and surplus. Next. Owed funds, also known as borrowed funds. Owed funds, also known as loan funds, means you have taken loan, or known as borrowed funds. You have borrowed money, right? See, there is a difference. No? This is owned funds, OWNED, and this is owed funds, OWED. Okay. Can anybody tell me the difference? Write it in the chat box. The upper one is owned funds, OWNED, and the down one is owed funds, OWED. Yeah, Vipul, you have a doubt? You have raised hand. Okay, by mistake, fine. Anyone? Difference between owned and owed? Okay. Okay. Owed funds is funds taken from other people. Yeah, obviously, Vijay, correct. Own fund is your own capital. So we have last 1 minute.